Hello and welcome back to my living room and today's live stream, which I'm so excited because it's Tuesday, it's not even halfway through the week, and I feel like what I need today is a little bit of self-care. We're not solving the world's problems, but we're gonna do a little quick beauty tutorial because honestly, I think for me, that always makes me feel a little bit better and turns my day around. And I am so excited to teach you some beauty tips from the beauty queen, Miss Violette, who is joining us any second now. She's a part of the Estee Lauder family. Hello, Violette.
Hi.
Hi, welcome. I was just introducing you. Violette is, first of all, the chicest French gorgeous woman, but
Oh,
she's also very good at her craft. She is Estee Lauder's global beauty director, and Violette and I have worked together on so many shoots. It's funny. I'm sitting here thinking through like the very first Estee Lauder shoot I was on, and do you remember that one? We were in the desert in
yeah, of
California,
course.
and
Yeah.
I was so nervous and so excited because a dream for me has always been to be an Estee Lauder model, and like for me that just is like the just always been on my bucket list. So we get to work together a lot, and I'm excited because I was just saying how like putting on a little makeup, even though none of us have anywhere to go, sometimes just can be a great gift for
Yeah.
yourself. And you have taught me so many tips and tricks on set. So I was hoping you could teach us a quick makeup tutorial.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm so excited. It's like my social connection to do this live. So I'm super happy to be here today. And also I'm really excited because I totally agree with you. I feel like makeup is a great way to lift up your moods, and colors have impact on how we feel. And so we're doing this for
Yeah,
us, you know?
this is
So
for us.
perfect.
So to kick it off, I mean, you know me, I love, and everyone out there watching, you know how obsessed I am with skincare and kind of lymphatic drainage. So before we get started, first things first, if you haven't already, wash your hands.
Wash your
Don't
hands.
ever touch your face without clean hands. So go wash your
Yes.
hands before you
Yes.
start this. I just washed mine. And Violette, where should we start?
So yeah, it would be great to start with skincare. I'm also really curious about, because with your job, I'm sure you learn like the most amazing techniques. So I'm really like excited to see your lymphatic drainage techniques. I'll guess you
Sure.
do that with your cream, right? So we can start with the Advanced Night Repair Serum first. So
Yes.
fresh face, clean hands, and
Yes.
then we can apply this little miracle product all over our
This
faces.
is my favorite. And also, so clean hands, fresh face. I don't have an
Yeah.
ounce of makeup on, which I find, I don't know anyone else out there watching it, but I find I've like gotten really good at doing just a quick 5-minute makeup before sitting in front of a Zoom camera all day long. So I kind of always just make time to do this quick little massage. So I take my A&R cream, rub it around my hands, and Violette, you've taught me some tricks. This one is one of my favorites, kind of starting with the pressure, in a light pressure in your fingertips and just kind of draining any sort of tension. You can do this one where you kind of put your fingertips on your cheekbones and kind of sculpt your cheekbones. Really, you just want to kind of have a nice light pressure. I always use my ring finger underneath my eye, and you can kind of tap, 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 just to get the A&R serum nicely kind of into your skin. And it gives a nice kind of foundation to start your makeup look. And then we'll
Let's
do
put
a
a bit
little bit
of
of cream as well.
cream. Yeah, both have the same. This is really great. It's gonna really moisturize your skin quickly. So this is very important before you apply foundation, is to make sure that your skin is very hydrated, because it's not just makeup, it's also really the skincare that's gonna help you have like the perfect look. Are you taking
Exactly.
care more of your skin with this quarantine, Karlie? Like, do you feel like you spend a bit more time doing your
Oh,
skincare?
can I tell you, I've never done more face masks in my life than this quarantine. This is my favorite. You know, I love the Power Foil
Yeah,
mask.
I know.
So that's like, yes, more self-care than ever. I think just generally more self-compassion,
Yeah,
because this is a
exactly.
stressful time.
That
And,
feels good.
you know, I think the little things go a long way. Okay,
Absolutely.
so we've got a nice hydrated
Um,
base.
Perfect.
Now,
Some
where
of
do we start?
you guys were asking about the cream. It's hard for me to say in English. Revitalizing Supreme Plus. I love it because the texture is really like comforting. So you right away you know
Mm.
that for your skin is gonna be an instant moisturizing effect. So it's amazing.
Yeah, also this one's great to
Okay,
do both
so
at night and in the morning, I find.
yeah, me too. It's my favorite. Should we do makeup?
Let's start with makeup.
Cool. So we're gonna use the one and only, right?
Da, da, da,
W
da.
Wear. And what's your color? Again, I forgot.
I
What's your
am
color?
sand. Sand.
Sand. Okay, I'm
Depends on
honey.
the time of year.
And
Sometimes yeah, you're nice and tan.
well, yeah, I'm olive skin, so I need something a bit warm for sure. Otherwise, I can look like I'm washed out. This is exactly my color, and I'm gonna like we're gonna work a little bit by touches and not by like an overall application.
Viola, will you teach me some tips on kind of how much to use and then how to best apply it so it doesn't look too thick? Is this enough?
Okay, so that's perfectly enough. You can either use your finger if you want or a blender. I'm not a fan of brushes, so I'm just going to show you with a finger where you can use it to make sure that you don't have like a full coverage. If you use like I use
Mm,
like a small blender as well, because if you use a big brush, I feel like you have a tendency to just paint your face all over. So the finger is
perfect.
great to make sure you have more control. So
Perfect.
I like to apply first wherever I have shadows.
I've got a lot of them. Guys, this is
No, you
really up close
don't.
and personal. I mean, you really are. I'm sorry.
Look,
I
this is
know.
me.
Wow. This is what it's come to.
This is my
Quarantine
shadows.
times. These dark circles are getting real dark.
But that's the thing that's amazing with this foundation is that it's pigmented enough for you to use it almost like a concealer, but the texture is not
Mm,
thick like a concealer, so it really looks like skin, and you just remove whatever you want to deal with. Once you apply wherever you have shadows, I kind of start to, I do this thing of blend and pad.
mm.
Like I pad and then I blend and then I pad again. Just to make sure that I kind of like have the texture fusion with my skin so it doesn't look like, because we're not going to apply foundation here. So we want to make sure
Right.
that it's not going to, have a sharp line. And I don't want to just blend because if I just blend, I take the coverage away from the zone that I want to cover. So that's why I kind of pad and then I
Mm-hmm.
blend out a little.
And sometimes what I do too is I
So
kind of put it on both fingers, like both the ring
yeah,
finger, which I find best for under the eye, and then both the
mm-hmm,
middle and
totally
ring
agree.
fingers to kind of spread it around. I love the double wear
Yeah,
as
this
well
is
because
great.
you can kind of, depending on how much coverage you need, you can use more or less. And it's really such a nice kind of translucent cover for the day. But if you need a little bit to build it up
More.
under kind of your eyes, it's really nice and buildable. Um, and
Yeah,
also you can
super
use it, I
flexible.
find, it also when since we're applying it on top of the A&R serum and a little bit of cream, I love the kind of more dewy look that it gives.
Mm-hmm. Me too. And we are actually gonna cheat with this after to make sure we really have this dewy look. Okay,
Viola, how
so
do you do
basically
the
that's
nose?
it.
Can you teach me a little bit of
Ah,
tips on foundation on the nose?
so I actually don't do on the nose usually. I like to keep
You
the nose
don't.
bare because it's the center of your face.
Hmm.
So it creates an optical
Okay.
illusion that you're not wearing foundation if the nose is bare. So if you have redness, you can of course use it, but if you don't, then I would suggest just to have it like on the nostril, but that's it.
Okay. And what about
Exactly.
forehead?
Exactly what you're doing.
Same thing?
Yeah, so forehead, I like to apply on the center here and then
Mhm.
blend it out. So basically this zone will have a bit more light and it will bring a bit of dimension to your face rather than just having it everywhere.
Great. So again, kind of light patting it in. You have bangs, so you don't even have to do your forehead.
Exactly.
That's not fair.
Yeah,
Okay.
I forgot to do my eyebrows. I don't do my forehead. That's
Mhm.
the thing with bangs.
I just kind of do it a little bit on my lips too to kind of mute
um,
them down. Okay, what's next?
okay, perfect. So then next we can do mascara. Um,
Great.
I brought my favorite at the moment, which is Sumptuous Rebel, because it just makes you're gonna see like crazy, crazy
My
long
favorite
and
too.
voluminous eyelashes. It's like it works so well, and the reason why also I think it works really well is it's the brush is really small. So what I like to do is to really go on the roots and apply the cream quite heavy, and then I'm gonna like
Does anyone else
how
make
do you say
like
stretch it out.
I always feel like I look so crazy when I'm putting mascara on. I'm like it's
Yeah, we
really
all
up
make
close and
faces.
personal, guys. Welcome. My face like makes involuntary movements when I it's like my mouth
You
just
can't
needs
control.
to
It's the
yeah. Um Violette,
yeah.
also one
So
thing that I
I
love
mean,
to do. Ooh, well now I'm making a mess. Mascara under the eyes. One thing I love to do
yeah.
is
What
to
do you
kind
like
of
to do?
multitask and to do a little bit of lip serum as I'm really making a mess over
Yeah, I
here.
love this
Getting
one.
very but my lips are really dry, especially right now. I feel like the winter time my lips get really chapped. So this is a really
Oh,
great one.
I
This
feel
is
you.
the Pure Color and the Lip Oil Serum, so it kind of soaks in.
Yeah, it's really good. What I do is I put it on my bedside table, and at night I'm just gonna apply a little bit before I fall asleep, and it's really life changing for lips like us that get really really dry during cold weather. Especially for the look we're gonna do, we need to have moisturized lips. Okay, I'm gonna do the other eye. I put also mascara on the bottom, just because I feel like it's kind of an essential touch to make you look like Zoom ready, like you're awake.
uh, who out there feels that pain of just like being on Zoom calls or video calls all day and having to stare at your own face? I'm
At
sick of looking
yourself.
at my own face, which is why just
Right?
a little
That's
bit
so
of makeup kind
true.
of makes everything better.
That's so true. I didn't think of this. You're right. Like this is a new thing though. We keep our like looking at ourselves all day when we have to deal with this Zoom calls.
Viola, any tips or tricks on mascara application?
So yeah, I love to curl my lashes and right away apply the mascara really on the roots to really have
Mm,
all the cream there to kind of lock the curve, and then I'm gonna stretch it out. So I have more texture
okay,
on the
perfect.
bottom and then less on the tip, and then you will make this really like sort of false lashes look. Because
Amazing.
I barely use any false lashes ever, so that will be the technique to kind of like
Your
make it
lashes
look
look
like it.
amazing. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Okay, why don't you talk us through the next step?
Perfect. Okay, so the next step is going to be the lips, so we can have a little Vavavoom touch. But this basically would be kind of like your go-to look. But then what do you do if you want to go on a like double date on Zoom or something where you want to, I just like to say to people,
Yes.
get ready to stay home it's fine. It just makes you feel great. And that's the way we should use makeup today. It's like you said, like a way
Yeah.
to lift up our mood. And what best than a red lipstick? Um,
I
so I
could
wanted to
not
show
agree
you
more.
my favorite,
Okay, let me see.
right? So I think we have different reds today. I'm having, so we can show you guys different kind of red and texture. This is Poppy Sauvage in a liquid form that's gonna dry completely matte. And which one are you having?
So I have different options. So for me, depending on the mood that I'm in, I like to do a really kind of deep, rich purple, insolent plum, which
Nice.
is a personal
Yeah,
favorite. Um,
yeah.
but
I love this one.
I kind of feel like I need a little bit more of a bright pick-me-up today. So I'm gonna go more in your shade. I'm gonna go with the Carnal red
Oh,
lip.
this is
So
one of my
it's
favorites. It's a super beautiful red. It's a bit orangey and very bright. Okay. Okay, so the way I do it, I call this a French kiss technique. So
mm-hmm.
it doesn't look super hard and like strict and too graphic. And I think for women that struggle with how to make a red lipstick on themselves, they don't feel very confident, they're not sure they're doing the right shape. This is a perfect mistake-proof technique. So the first thing I do is apply it on the bottom lip.
And are you really precious with how you apply it? Or do you find that you kind of move quick and you can just fix it as you go?
Exactly. You'll see that's the reason why this will be a great technique for this, because um, I applied really quickly there. I try to be, conscious to make a nice shape, but I don't overthink it.
So I this is so moisturizing, which is actually really nice. So I wiped off some of the oil. And for me,
Yeah.
the shape of my lips are quite kind of, uh, they have kind of a pointed Cupid's bow. So I lean into that shape.
And so then I apply it on the top.
And then yeah,
Okay.
what do you
And
recommend
then,
for kind of fixing the shape? For me, I always kind of use my finger and blend it into the shape that I want. I always cheat my lip a little bit for anybody out there who does the
okay.
same.
So once you have the right shape, then we can start doing the French kiss technique I talked about, which is about kind of almost what you're doing, but on the edge of the lip. So I have to do it right away before this one is gonna dry. So I'm gonna use a finger and want kind of stretch my lips, and I'm gonna kind of massage just the edge. And because you have a more flexible texture, you don't need to massage as strong as me.
Yeah, the Pure Color Envy is really moisturizing, which I love because sometimes I find like, you're wearing lipstick all night long and it can dry your lips out, but the Pure Color Envy is really hydrating. That
Uh-huh.
the one that you're wearing is also one of my favorites because which one is that again, Violette?
That's Poppy Sauvage. That's the first lipstick I designed for Estee Lauder. So it's very how do you say? Sentimental?
Sentimental. It's like your first
Sentimental.
baby.
Yeah, it's like my first baby, exactly.
I
So,
have to one quickly thing I have to shout out is that Viola is an amazing creative, but also an incredible mother. So in this time, I have so much empathy for you're doing all that you're doing, and also being an incredible mom. All the parents out there, I
thank
have so
you.
much respect and envy,
Thank you
respect
so
and
much.
empathy and envy.
Thank you so much. So, if you can see, I blurred the edge of my lips, so it looks like I've been kissed, but not too hard, just like
just
the right amount of
just a
kiss.
peck. Now, what do
So
you do with the remaining? So like for me, I have a little bit of remaining lipstick on my finger. Would you suggest rubbing that in for a little bit of cheek?
exactly, that was the almost last step,
Okay.
is to apply it on the cheeks for blush. So either you use what you have left, and always love to have it on the apple to give like a very fresh, like, I call it the Ines blush, which is my daughter's name, because she has this very like pink cheeks, and I always want to recreate that look because I feel like it looks so fresh.
I love that.
Okay.
Especially, so I don't know about anyone else, but I packed and left the city without realizing I would be, you know, gone for a month. So this is a great little tip. I didn't bring a blush with me, so I always use a little bit of lipstick to double up as a blush.
And it looks so good.
One thing we forgot, Violette, or at least that I always do, and also make sure, I always have lipstick on my teeth, so if you see it, remind me. One thing I always do, and I find for me is an important kind of part of my makeup routine, is a brow. So I always like to fill in the brow. This is the brow multitasker. It has a brush on one end and a pencil on the other. My shade is kind of a light brown, so I'm gonna just fill in my shape a little bit.
Do you change your shape a little, or you just follow without, you know,
I
design?
mostly follow my brow shape. I extend it a little bit, but I kind of just work within the existing shape.
Yeah, that's super nice. I love eyebrows when they're a bit stronger when you wear a red lip, because I feel like it creates like a balance for something a bit glam and something a bit more boyish.
Exactly. I'm so funny about my eyebrows. I feel like if I haven't filled in or kind of tweaked my eyebrows a little bit, I feel naked.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then always kind of take the other side.
That's the thing with the bangs, like that's one step less for me, but I have one step more is to make this look good.
Bangs are not easy, but they do hide your brows. That's true. And then any last things that I should add or take away?
So we're gonna grab our serum again, Advanced Night Repair. Never have enough of this guy. I'm gonna have a few drops, just 2. Okay, massage my hands, and then apply it on the cheeks, on the cupid's bow, a bit of the nose and the chin, just to bring like a natural highlight on the skin. Yeah, perfect. Your skin looks amazing.
I love a red lip, and honestly this is turning my whole day around because needed a little bit of color and energy. And
I agree.
Let's see what I can do with my hair here. I'm gonna try and salvage. I didn't have time today to do my hair, so may have to just do a little dry shampoo. And what do you think? C'est pas mal.
You look amazing. C'est pas mal du tout.
Oh, somebody thinks too much blush. Okay, I'll take the blush down a little bit. It's also, I think, just
it's just because also maybe you just were, you know, applied it, so the blood is like
exactly
there.
Which, like I said, like Violette said, you know, even though all of us are kind of all dressed up with nowhere to go, I think for me, something that I find is a great gift I can give to myself is that self-care. So a little bit of extra time on skin and just putting on a red lip can just feel good, and I think we all deserve that. So enjoy. And also, have you been doing any double date nights, like on a Zoom call and doing like a dinner date with friends?
No, but the other day you actually inspired me. I'm like, you know what? I need to make that happen. I miss my friends so much. So
I know.
You inspired me. I'm gonna start that. You've been doing it, right?
I've been doing it with friends, and I find it actually is really fun to be able to connect and to stay connected. And some friends and I are gonna do like a dinner themed, or like a dress up themed dinner party. So you know, we're getting creative.
This is cool. I like that. I really like this.
So thank you, Violette. I miss you, and thank you for teaching us some tips and tricks. And
Anytime, I'm here.
you're the best. Thank you everyone for watching. And
Yes, thank you guys.
have an awesome day. Bye,
You
Violette.
too. Bye. Bye.